Fa Dreams Media timakunyadirani kwambiri chifukwa munapanga chisankho chotsatira ife kuti tizikupatsirani zonse zomwe zikuchitika m'dziko muno.
Your time for debate will come, and the way you also express your views and your opinions. I take what Honorable Rumpi West said is his opinion and his views. Thank you. Honorable Mulanje West.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. On behalf of Mulanje West, but especially on behalf of UTM, I would like to congratulate you for being elected to that high office of being a speaker. Yes, indeed, we did congratulate you, but this is the right time when business has started to congratulate you. And may God bless you as you take your office from today onwards, and we promise to support you. And through you, allow me to congratulate all honorable ministers appointed here. And this is really a national cabinet, whereby we have ministers from Salima, we have ministers from Rumpi, we have ministers from Zomwe, we have ministers from Cholo Mulanje. We salute the President for appointing people from different districts of the country, and this is to show that he's doing what he said, and that is not going to look up to only those from where it's coming from, but it's going to look for the nation. The selection is catering all the nations in the country. And allow me also to congratulate him for the 2025 State of the Nation Address. On behalf of UTM and the people of Mulanje West, I would like to express our sincere appreciation to His Excellency Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, the President of the Republic of Malawi, for delivering a sound, diplomatic, and visionary State of Nation address. The President recognition of the Malawi's pressing challenges, hunger, poverty, unemployment, and the need to educate our children. These are goals we all share, and we must commend the intent behind the commitment. Free secondary school education, the introduction of the Farm Input Subsidy Program, and the support for the youth and women enterprises. We cannot talk about ending hunger if you're not going to empower the youth and women. We cannot talk about employment if you're not going to educate our people. We are looking forward to employ those whom we've educated. And for those who are not going to pass the corridor of education, that's where NIF is going to come and support them and other programs like the technical skills which are going to provide to them. So I'd like to thank the President and all these. His speech was so rich, good initiative, good programs, timely and also necessary, especially for the free secondary education for every child to access education. But if the minister, since some of the ministers are here, lead of the House, to take the message to the Minister of Education that when we are talking about the student loan, student enrollment in Malawi is so high, about 600,000 students. If each pays about 6,000, and the other term pays 180 per year, or schools collectively generate between 85 billion and 100 billion annually in fees, removing those fees, whereby we are going to have a gap or void of 15 to 20%. This is what we are looking forward from Minister of Finance, that when he is going to come on Friday, he's supposed to close the gap and fill the loopholes, whereby we are going to have the free education and see where we're going to have the resources to make sure that each and every child from secondary school is going to be educated for what even the President said. On the subsidy, indeed, it is really recommendable to whereby the farmers are going to be paying 10,000, that is 20,000 for 2 bags of fertilizer. this is what we are looking forward to see if you want to end poverty, whereby the 4.2 million farmers, as to what AVAC has said, that they're going to experience hunger. Then what we are looking forward to for the Minister of Agriculture to make sure that all these programs are being monitored. All these additional social programs, which are very much commendable, will only make our budget tighter than it already is. And what we are looking forward to see that the Minister of Finance is going to look into what is it that we are going to make and close up the gaps, which we are looking forward to see from him. Because I'm saying this, Mr. Speaker, if you are not going to monitor closely, then we are going to still face the challenges which we've been having. What we are proposing, if you can even have the e-monitoring or e-paying, that each and every person is supposed to do that than having the ID. At the end of the day, they sell the national IDs to the people who are going to have money and buy fertilizer, and the local farmers who are not going to buy the fertilizer, they've sold out to those. And in that way, we are not going to end hunger in Malawi, because those who are intended to buy fertilizer and apply in their field, they're not going to do it. So we need to have a close monitoring. The Minister of Agriculture is supposed to be monitoring all those, and those who are in the district councils, even in at the EPA level, or at DADO, Minister of at the council level, they've got to be seen that those people that are getting the real people who are supposed to buy the fertilizer, not anybody else. On the same education, as we are looking forward to it, we are also asking the Minister of Education that we've seen the gaps which were there when we had the free primary school, and I'm sure they're going to close those gaps, that we should not experience the same, whereby some of the students are sitting on the floor, especially those at Chiziwe school, when they're writing examination, they sit on the floor because they don't have desks. And if those gaps which we saw in the primary, when we're introducing primary education, we should also close those gaps so that we should not experience the same when you're introducing the secondary education, that we need to have those gaps. So these gaps are supposed to be closed. But we promise that UTM is going to support you, and this is what we are looking forward to see, that the poverty level, which people are failing to pay their school fees of their children, i.e. in the community-based secondary school alone, Mulanje West is having 3 of those. And if we are to pay the vulnerable, we are spending over 10 million to pay the vulnerable for school fees. And this initiative, which is come January, is an initiative which can go without patting at the back, because they are bailing us out also for the challenges of paying school fees for the vulnerable. And instead, come January, government is going to pay these. And we are talking about those students from Chitipa, Karonga, Mulanje, Palombe, and those from Kualala, Namulenga, Chidea, as well as Nampungo Community Secondary School, will be working in classes without even paying anything else. And this is what we are looking forward to have. Mr. Speaker, sir, on the constituency development fund, but also on other additional social programs, with Malawi's 229 constituencies, the pledge of 5 billion per constituency, translating to 1.145 trillion annually, and also add the proposed 200 million for constituency for the youth and women funds, 100 million each, and the total rate to 1.19 trillion in new year spending commitments. They are very good. And this is what we wanted also to add to the Minister of Local Government, to say, ask the Minister of Finance come Friday that they've got to close up some of these, and where are we going to get the resources to make sure that the women and youth and also the constituency fund should be there. The problem of people discussing issues where we are discussing in Parliament, what we've made here in Parliament, I think people have got to differentiate. If we sealed out, say, the constituency fund is supposed to be controlled by the constituency, the member of Parliament, that is in relation, and also the councillors. But there's no way that the people have got to say, not this for the MPs, but this for what, this for that. At the end of the day, these are the very same people who will be coming to this honorable house to say, honorables, please, we want this bill, we want this emotion, we want motion, we want this. And if they'll come and ask us to pass some of these, if they're not supporting us, to some of these resources which are going to control, and this is government, which they've said, we are not going to give you, we are not going to ask the Minister of Transport, we are not going to ask the Minister of Agriculture, we are not going to ask the Minister of Education, we'll be using these resources to develop our constituencies. Why is it that people are now sweating to say, no, this for a member of parliament? What is it? Is it that we are more knowledgeable, that will be following up what is happening, and you want to take people who are not going to be following up what is happening? We beg to move that some of these things are supposed to be given to the members of parliament who be following up what is happening and develop their constituencies, because the president said this is a constituency fund, 5 billion constituency fund. He didn't say 5 billion local ward councillors fund. My reading on the speech of the president, I'm able to read it well. He said 5 billion constituency fund, not 5 billion ward fund. So if it was a constituency fund, let it be for the constituency, not for the ward. So the MP is the one who is going to share the wards, but not the wards sharing the constituency. I've never seen those things happening. Mr. Speaker, on the physical reality check, the IMF, yes, indeed, latest Article 4 consultation warns that Malawi faces a ballooning deficit, debt, distress, and also severe physical unsustainability. Growth is projected at just 2.8% for 2025, for below the 6% required to reduce poverty meaningfully. And we are looking forward to see to it that MRA really depends on salaries as well as debt services. We are looking forward to looking to that we need to look into other strategies of funding some of these social programs, so that when we are collecting from MRA, we need to also find something which is going to top up to what MRA is going to collect for the government, so that we can even go beyond whatever we are looking forward to sort out for the benefit of the Malawians. For the energy and forex as well as the debt management, yes, the fuel shortage continues to paralyze transport and industry. We thank the government for the recent year, through the Minister of Information, for the recent relief statement, which he said that they're going to look into it, and the shortages of fuel is going to be now the talk of the past. And we're looking forward to it, that there's no way that honorable ministers, honorable members of parliament, some of them, they're failing to come here because they're on the queuing for fuel, to fuel their cars to come here. The honorable minister of you're a mother, a listening mother, I'm sure you're going to sort out that and make sure that we have fuel in the country. And we take it that UTM is going to support you fully to make sure that people are being given the services which they're looking forward to have. We can also acknowledge certain positives, the stated commitment to Mpanamanga hydropower, and also the concept of sovereignty fund for mineral proceeds. These are commendable ideas if implemented transparently, especially the minerals which you have in the country. And take it or leave it, I bet you that even the budget for the Parliament can also be funded by the minerals which you have in the country, if you are going to use it properly. If all those who are mining, the miners who are doing it, and the monies which you are getting, they're not even being taken in briefcase.
Consider winding up.
Thank you so much. To be sold abroad. But if you're going to monitor closely some of these, you are going to budget this. The budget itself can be coming from the mining, and you can even fund it fully without even looking into the MRI and whatever. You're the right honorable speaker. The president, as I commend him, he talked about corruption that is not going to leave anybody.
Honorable member, I'll need leader to adjust the time, to extend the time, so that we allow Honorable Mulanje West to finish up.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that all relevant standing orders be waived to enable that we extend time to allow the Honorable member holding the floor to complete our debate. I beg to move.
Thank you. Honourable members, we have a motion on the floor to extend time in order to allow Honourable Mulanje West to contribution. Those of that opinion say aye. Those of the contrary view say no. The ayes have it, therefore the motion is carried.
Thank you so much, the Right Honourable Speaker, and through you, I would like to thank the Leader of the House and the entire House for extending time for me to finish up. Equally, the President's film statements on good governance and also the fight against corruption deserves full support from the UTM and also from the people of Mulanje West. That the UTM, the assurance that the misuse of public resources will not be tolerated gives confidence to our citizens, and also the resources will reach to the intended beneficiaries, including those in the rural areas, i.e. Mulanje West. But when we talk about misuse of resources, we are also, I would like to also add on the misuse of the human resource. In Malawi, the Right Honourable Speaker, we lost a number of prominent people, which pains me. This is supposed to be looked into it. And as I congratulate you, the Minister of Homeland, please take use of this, that we need not to lose the human resource in that way, how we've been losing people here, very prominent people, especially that of Chikangawa, whereby the plane was asked to take leave when there was no fuel. And whatever we are getting from the social media, whether it's true or not, it pains us. Please take note that you've got to have the inquiry, whether the inquiry was done, but we are looking forward for a fresh inquiry on this, that why is it that we lose a very prominent person? We lost a very prominent person, and this is supposed to be taken note. When we talk about the few meals a day, when you talk about the employment, when you talk about the NIF, when you talk about the mega farm, some of these prominent people, they're the ones who are supposed to implement some of these. And we need to look into it, that why is it, and who made that recommendation to say, please go and board this plane, this donia without fuel. This person is supposed to be taken on book. Why is it that they allowed those things to happen? And we need to have answers on this. Please, we need to have answers on this. Those are prominent people, and we salute you. You had those differences with the late. You did even nothing, but you were able to empower that person. Some people had differences with the late, then they had to take that from into their hands. The action should be taken. As I'm concluding, Mr. Speaker, sir, let me talk about the road infrastructure, which the President said. As much as I salute the President, Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika, for constructing the road from Balaka from Chincheu to Balaka, saluting where the first lady comes from. It's very sad whereby a member of parliament from Rumpi to talk about Lumpi Road, is it Rumpi West? Rumpi, whereby some of these prominent people were coming from, the road was not even being constructed. That's very sad, and that should not be repeated. Where prominent people are coming from, let's respect them, and let's constructing projects which are not supposed to be constructed. The Minister of Transport, as you are looking for the Kitipa, as you are looking for the Rumpi Road, please construct it to shame the devil. And when you are looking for that road to be constructed, don't forget about to construct also the Doviko Ntonda Mangjawira Road. It's a death trap. You should not even forget to construct, which is talking about the Rumpinyika Chitipa Road. Don't forget to construct the Mulomba, the Muloza Chilinga Road. We thought the Muloza Chilinga Road was supposed to be constructed because this is the road where those prominent people who supported the former government were supposed to be killed and stoned. We thought it would have been a remembering, and that road was supposed to be Chirima Road, but that road was not even constructed. When you are constructing this road, remember to construct PIM Muromba via Kuala Chimbalanga Road, where Chirazuru Minister of Finance is coming from, where the Ngurud person, member of parliament is coming from. When you are constructing this road, don't forget to construct the Nkando Mulomba Palombe Road. Very prominent, very good road for the farmers in Malawi. When you are constructing this road, Minister of Transport, don't forget to construct the Sangano Nen Road. A very good road if you want to have having a lot of bread. These are the farmers which plant these crosses which made their bread end users if you want to have bakers in Malawi. When you're constructing this road finally, Mr. Speaker, sir, you should not forget to construct the Cholo, Masenjere, Tabwa Road. These are very prominent roads which we need to do it. And with these remarks, Mr. Speaker, sir, I salute you and I thank the President for his state address and would like to wish you all the ministers, and we promise you that under the leadership of UTM, Dr. DK, we are going to support you, that everything is supposed to be seen. Those people that are supposed to have food, that are supposed to have loan, the NIF thing should also be given to the youth and the women, not given to people who are not going to use it.
Thank you,
and they are going to misuse it. We thank you very much. Yes, even if you talk about time, we are talking about our SKC. And that's what pains us.
Thank you, Mulanje West.
Point of order.
Point of order. Mulanje West. Indeed, let me have order. Order. Indeed, Mulanje West.
Order.
Can I have order?
Point of order, Mr. Speaker.
Can I have order?
Order.
I will recognize you.
Okay.
Indeed, Honorable Mulanje West, thank you for the kind words. I should join you in pleading with our Minister of Energy. The Honorable is a capable person. We have trust in you. At this time, Malawians need comforting. The situation you have inherited is not a good one, but
tikuyamikeni komanso kuthokozani popanga chisankho chokhala pamenepa kumvetsera komanso kuonera zomwe takubweretserani. Chomwe tingakupempheni choti ngati muli alendo pamudzi pano tapangani subscribe, chifukwa mukatero inu ndi ife tidzayendera limodzi kuyambira lero mpaka na masiku omwe akubwera kusogoloko. Timabweratu ndi nkhani zochokera ngodya zonse zinayi za mdziko lino, kotero kuti inu simukuyenera kuti mukhale kunja kwa nkhani zimenezi. Tapangani subscribe, like, comment komanso share kuti tikhale limodzi mu ulendo umenewu.